Hello and welcome to the Membership Department's webinar on the new Post query. We're going to go through a new tool that's been put in the toolbox for the Post quartermasters. And I'm going to go through it very slow. We like to say breaking it down Barney style for you here. That way you can either use this webinar and follow the same instructions or take some notes. So be patient with me. First, you're going to go to www.vfw.org and you're going to log in. In the top right, there's the login button. You should be pretty familiar with this, but if you're new, you might not be. If you do not have a member login, at the bottom you can create an account. It's very simple to do. All you need is an email address and, of course, to be a member of the VFW. Once you do that, you log in. It's going to take you to this page, which is the My VFW page. If you scroll on down under the membership quick links, the very first thing is online membership system. We like to refer to it here as OMS. Once you click on OMS, it's going to take you into this familiar screen where the quartermasters do all of their functions here. You're going to want to click on Post Query on the left under Reporting. It's nothing has changed up until this point. Once you click into Post Query, you're going to see the screen that we are on now. It's the new Post Member Report. For purposes of this demonstration, we're imitating Post 10,010 here, so we're going to go through using their data. When you log in, of course, it'll be your data. And I'm just going to go one by one through all the blocks. We've taken MemStats and basically your Post roster, your unpaid list, and all your deceased, and put it in one easy-to-use page for you. The first row is going to be MemStats. Nothing here should look different than the actual MemStats tab off to the left, other than it's interactive. You're going to be able to click on any one of these categories except your prior year and see who are your life members, who are your new members, who are your reinstates. So we're just going to go one by one here. Click on Life. Once you do that, give it a second to load. It's going to populate every single life member that you have received money for the current membership year. Again, just as a brief synopsis here, MemStats is only those who your post has received money for. If you have a life member that's been a life member for 10 years, you most likely got their payout in September. So once you get that life member payout, your MemStats goes up. For new members, there's 16 here. For new members, once this new member, let's for this, say Joseph Turner, paid your post on 2/20 or 2/22 of this year, and he gave you money, and you put that money into your post bank account, or you received the funds, and your MemStats went up. If you have someone that has transferred to your post and they have already paid their post in this membership year, your MemStats will not go up because the other post has already received money. If you retain that member and they pay your post next year, in the next membership year, then your MemStats will go up during that year. Under Reinstate, this post has one member. And there he is. It gives you all the information. All of this data for your information has been obscured, so this isn't anyone's personal information. Under Continuous, there's 51 members here. And it's going to show you when they're paid until, when they are coming due, off to the right. If you click under Name, all of the fields at the top, this one we're going to use Name, you can categorize them from A to Z. You can click it again. It'll categorize it from Z to A, in this case Y to A. You can also go over to any of these and categorize them. So paid until, you can find who is next to come due. And then we're going to look at the total up at the top. So this total is all of the life members who you've received money for from July 1 of 2016 to now, today, all of your new members that have paid your post, your reinstated member that has paid your post, and your 51 continuous members who have paid your post, to make a total of 346. In order to get that percentage off to the right, it's just your total from right now divided by the prior year total. In this case, this post is doing pretty solid with 102.36%. Our goal is always, you can set whatever goal you'd like, but we'd love it if you get 100%. Moving on down to post counts, these are members in good standing. These are members who can walk in your post today. Let's say you have your post meeting, they can walk in, they can vote, they can do anything any member can do. However, the numbers are different because some of these people might be due, let's say April. So if you have a member that's due in April, they most likely paid you last April in the prior membership year, and so you have not yet received money for them. So your MemStats is not count them under MemStats, but they can still come in. They're still a member in good standing for your post. So here you can do the same thing as up above. You can click on your life members. I'll click accept here. Well, we'll click decline. Let's try it again. Click on life. Well, in the real world, this is going to work for you. There we go. Okay. So obviously that notice of keeping people's personal information is going to pop up. That's pretty familiar to you as well. Again, we've got their card numbers, their names. You can categorize them. In this case, we've got their age. So if you're wanting to reach out to a particular age group or really just want to know who you're talking to, you can categorize them by age. In this case, they're all 35, unfortunately, so we can't show this part to you. But if you do click on age, it will categorize it from youngest to oldest or oldest to youngest. So if you can find the oldest member in your post, if that's something you'd like to do. If they are in red, if this, like Thomas here, is marked in red, all that means is that he is undeliverable. He has an undeliverable address, and so hopefully the phone number or an email, or you have some way of getting a hold of him to correct that information. Otherwise, it's going to remain red. And then we'll go on over to new members. It's the same information. We're trying to give you the keys to your own car here. If you would like at any point to download these, off to the right, you can download this information if you need it for any purpose. It's probably more beneficial to use it for your unpaids, but this is always off to the right. You can download them, which is going to download it into an Excel document. If you're familiar with Excel, you can go in there and sort and delete stuff and filter things and do whatever you'd like to with it. Or you can print from this page. If you're not familiar with Excel at all, I would recommend you just click print. It'll print off all this data for you. Again, we have the one reinstated member who has an undeliverable address because he's marked in red. 49 continuous. And then we have 12 expiring members. These are people who, off to the right, it shows you they are paid until June 14th is the first one. If you click on that, it's going to tell you, it's going to categorize who is next. So in a perfect world, you want to call John or visit with John Walsh somehow and say, hey, John, you're coming due on April 7th. In 41 days, if you'd like to go ahead and pay us, that'd be great. Otherwise, we'll call you on April 8th and see if you've paid. If you're wanting to keep track of those that are coming due, this is a great way to do that. They will become expired. They have not paid you dues for the current membership year. And so they are also not counted in MemStats. Off to the right of the dues amount, or when they come due, is how many days they have left. And this only goes up to 90, so it kind of drops off after 90 days there. So That's a good tool for you. That's something new. We also, still the continuous transfer, you can click on it. It'll tell you who it is. Non-paying transfer. And that's who that was. And one member is on the installment plan. And there they are. And so if you add up all the life members, the new members, the reinstate, the continuous, the expiring, your one continuous transfer, your one non-paying transfer, and the one installment member, you've got a total of 356 members who could walk into your post at any time and participate in a meeting or use your facilities. Down below in the next row, we've got the unpaid. We've kind of broken these out for you so that you can target a little bit better. Unpaid 1 year, obviously, they were paid until 2016. So all of these members are expired. These are going to be your low-hanging fruit. The members who have recently or not so recently expired, but within the last year, they have expired. And so they would most likely join again or renew. Then you can click on unpaid 2 years. It's just broken out for you, just so that's an easy tool for you to use there. Or you can click on your total unpaid. That's going to be your one year plus your 2 years equals total. So that's 92 members that they could possibly contact and say, hey, we haven't seen you in a couple years. We'd like you to come back and visit us or whatever you'd like to do. There's also your 5 deceased. So if you click on here, it's going to show you who has been marked as deceased in your post. And if you are the quartermaster and you notice that John Miller you did not mark as deceased and you want to find out why, it could be that his spouse returns mail marked as deceased or contacted national headquarters instead of the post, but they were marked on that date. So there's that part. So we've got mem stats on the top row. Again, this is all members who have paid from July 1 of 2016 until today. We have the next row of post counts. Those are all members in good standing, whether or not they have paid this year or not. They've paid within the last 365 days. And then we've got these unpaid tools for you that's helpful for different campaigns you want to do to reach out to your past members. If any of the terms that I've used are not familiar to you, in the top right you can click on the post report terminology and it's going to break it all down for you. I'm just going to read it for you. Under mem stats counts, we've got members, like I just said, members who have paid for the current membership year. For life, those are members who have paid the full amount for a lifetime membership. A new member is an annual member who has paid their dues in this membership year. Like I said, July 1, in this case of 2016, until today for the first time. An annual member is those who have renewed with more than a 2-year lapse in continuous membership, reinstated. Continuous member is an annual member who has renewed with less than a 2-year lapse in continuous membership. And then the total, like in this case it was 346. That's the sum of all previous 4 categories. All your life, new, reinstated, and continuous rolled into one total. And then your prior year is the post total paid members on June 30th of 2016 in this case. So this would be of the previous year. Your percentage comes from your total divided by your prior year. The post counts are members in good standing. Their dues have not expired. The unpaid for 1 year are members whose dues have expired within the last year. Unpaid 2 years is more than a year ago. And then the total unpaid and deceased are pretty self-explanatory. Okay, if you are looking at this and you're not a fan, you prefer the old post query, there's a button here you can click for Post Query Classic. So you can click on that, it'll take you back to what you're more familiar with if you're wanting to run a quick report for something or other. However, I would get used to the new way of doing things, the new post member report. Eventually we're going to phase into using this 100% of the time. But until then, you're free to contact us. My name is Tara Artiaga. I'm the Associate Director of Membership here at National Headquarters. And any of us are available, any of us in the membership department are more than willing to walk you through this. If you have specific questions or need assistance with anything, you can contact us by calling 1-888-JOIN-VFW, and that rings right here to the membership department. Or you can email at membership. You can email us by typing in membership@vfw.org. And again, I want to give you the phone number one more time. It's 1-888-JOIN-VFW, or email membership@vfw.org. It's been my pleasure to go through this with you today. Hopefully you contact us. We love hearing from our members. If you see something that doesn't look right, or again, if you have questions, just feel free to contact us anytime.